Hello everyone, welcome to my other video. In this video I am going to show you how to connect PAYTM Payment Gateway using PHP. So at first you have to open Google and search for PAYTM Gateway. Open the first link, and if you don't have any account in PAYTM you can create for free. So as I have already an account, I am just signing in using my email ID or contact number. So after signing in you will get a section named Payment Gateway. So setup Payment Gateway button will be there. You have to click on that. So after clicking, a page will be opened, and on the top of the page a button is there, that is test data, and you need to turn on this button. So now make sure that you have already started SAM server or Apache 2 server in your system to run PHP file. So if you are using XAMPP, you have to create a folder named PHP-PAYTM inside your htdocs folder, and if you are using Apache 2 server, you can create the folder inside the HTML folder. So as I'm using Apache 2 server, I'm creating a PHP-PAYTM folder inside my HTML folder, and I have opened my code editor into the same directory. Here I need to create a file called index.php, and also I will need a folder named lib where two library files I will need later on. So open your folder, open your lib folder, that is library folder. Here you need two files, and you don't need to worry about that. I will provide the full project link inside my description section, and you have to just edit these two files, one of these two files. So go back to your browser, and you can see at the top payment transaction merchant ID is there. So you need to copy that merchant ID and replace it within the exact position, that is PAYTM merchant ID, and then you need to copy the test merchant key and just replace it with the hash. Then copy the website and paste it inside PAYTM merchant website. Okay, now scroll down and you will get PAYTM status URL or PAYTM transaction URL. So at first copy the transaction URL and paste it into the exact or correct position. So now copy the transaction status URL and paste it here. Okay, so now go back to your index.php file and start designing your front-end part here. So here I will need a bootstrap to design my front-end. So I'm just copy pasting the CDN part of it. So I'm just fast forwarding it to shorten my video. So 5 input fields will be there, and another one is submit button, and I'm declaring all the values here from the tag itself. So you don't need to give it from the web page. And here the first input field is order ID, where the ID and name of the order ID is order_ID. and the value is od.rand, and here you can see that a random order ID will be generated, and the second input field is customer ID, and here the ID and name of the customer ID is cust_id, cust_id, and the third input field is industry_type_id, which is the same name and ID as the label name, and the fourth input field is transaction amount, where the ID and value is txn_amount. Okay, now open this inside the browser and to check the output. And as I have told you already that I'm just giving the value from the code itself, you don't need to give it from the front end part. So I'm declaring all the value from here. Okay, so the channel ID value is I'm giving like 100, and the transaction amount I'm giving it as 1. Okay, now refresh the page and you can see all the changes here. The idea is whenever I will click on the submit button, it will go to the payment gateway. So now I have to copy and paste this part, so just do it with me. And here 3 lines are needed for the session and cookie and cache purpose. And as you have declared form tag here, you need to give the method as post and action as the page name, which I'm going to create just right now. So the action will be pgredirect.php, and I will just create the page right now. And as I will use post method, so I'm writing post as my method. So now I have to create a file called pgredirect.php, and also I'll need pgresponse.php, and this page will handle whatever the response I will get from the server. And then again I will need another file, that is txn status.php. Okay, so after clicking the submit button, what it will go to the pg redirect page, and I'm just fast forwarding the coding part of the pg redirect and pg response.php, and also for the txn status.php. You can get it from my description section. So whatever it does, what it does actually, it takes all the values from the front end, that is from index.php, and assign it to the pgredirect.php, and just go to the URL using all these post request values. And you can see inside the list all the values are there, and here the checksum generates a unique ID. So you can see document.f1.submit, it actually automatically submit the page. And here you can see PAYTM_txn_URL, that is the main thing. The post request just go with it, the REST API works here. So go to your browser again and change the transaction amount to 100 and click on submit button. and you can see, okay, something wrong is there. You can see channel ID is invalid, so go back to your code editor and I have to change it with web. So change the value to web. Now go back to the previous page and refresh the page, and again change the transaction amount to 100 and click on submit. Okay, now you can see that the transaction page is there. Here you can perform the complete checkout, and everything is there. From the transaction ID or to everything, you can check out using your debit card, credit card, net banking, and everything. So that's it for today. Hope you have